Welcome to Apprentice Doing Tech, where I'm struggling so you don't have to. I hope I can help you with today's video. If you need to know anything about OpenAuto Pro and CarPlay, you will be helped here. If you have any further questions, just write a comment. Open Raspberry Pi Imager, downloaded from pi.org. It's going to ask you if you want to open it. Click Open, then choose your device. I would recommend Pi4 or higher, especially if you use CarPlay, because else it's going to be slow. Then click Custom Image, select the zip file you downloaded from Blue Wave Studio. For storage I chose 32 gig SanDisk Extreme. I have very good reliability with those. You don't want to apply any customization settings, and then you have to say yes, I want to delete the disk, type in your passcode, and then the flashing process is gonna start. This might take a while depending on your disk speed and also the image size. When the flashing process is over, it's gonna ask you, or gonna tell you that it ejected the disk, so you can take it out and put it in your Raspberry Pi. I have converted my setup to run off 12 volts because it's gonna be used in a car. So I used a buck IC for the Raspberry Pi, which I had laying around. The USB hub is also running off 5 volts and the screen is powered by 12 volts directly. The first boot might take a while on OpenAuto Pro. I also get an error on boot, bus descriptor too short. I don't know how to fix that currently, so we're just gonna leave it there. I also added a fan to the Pi4 because it got quite hot when running OpenAuto Pro with CarPlay. Like this, it works fine. I can load it for multiple hours without it getting too hot. I have a problem with underscan on the screen, so I'm just gonna press the power button and back, and then you're on the home screen of the Pi. If you press right on the internet icon, it's gonna show you the IP address. We're needing this for the SSH connection. So over at the PC, I'm gonna open a terminal, type in username, then @ and the IP address. It's gonna ask you for the passcode. If it's the first time connecting, you also have to accept the fingerprint. Then type in sudo raspi -config. Here we can change the display settings, underscan, and then disable underscan or enable it, depending what you need. If you have no border around the screen and some things are missing around it, then you can disable it or enable it. Would be to copy your plugin file to USB drive and connect it to your Raspberry Pi that's running the OpenAuto installation. Then you're gonna leave the user interface of OpenAuto and change to the Raspbian home screen. Navigating Raspbian with just touch can be difficult sometimes. It works if you click on the Explorer button. I couldn't copy it if I clicked on the USB drive on the desktop. So I copied the file, then went to Autobox, searched for the plugin on the desktop. There I have it. Next you're gonna have to type in your serial number. I obviously can't show it here. And then you can already connect your phone to your OpenAuto installation. It's gonna ask you if you want to use CarPlay and click allow, and then you have CarPlay on OpenAuto. I had quite some issues with getting the CarLink adapter to work. So we're gonna go back into the terminal and connect to the Raspberry Pi over SSH. Then we're gonna list all USB drives. You're gonna look for the drive that's or the USB device that has the identification number 1314. The last part of it can be different. If you have 1521, you need to change the settings. Now we are gonna change to the folder OpenAuto. Here everything that OpenAuto needs to run is located. It's .OpenAuto because it's hidden. Then you're gonna change to the config sudo nano OpenAuto underscore system.ini. What that's gonna do is it's gonna open a text editor on the config file of OpenAuto, where we need to apply some settings. You have to go down to Autobox, and there you have vendor ID and product ID. Leave the vendor ID alone. If you have the 1421 like I have, you have to change it to 09. If you have the other one, you can leave the 08, but then you're not gonna be here because you shouldn't have the problem. Then Control X and yes, or Y for yes. So yeah, then you're just gonna reboot the system, and if everything is done right, you should be greeted by the OpenAuto screen, and you can try again if CarPlay works. I just had an issue with Maps that didn't work because it's just an old not configured phone. But everything else was super snappy. In general, the whole CarPlay experience works really well. If you click on the car icon, you will get back to your home screen. You can press the again button or continue button, and you're back in the system. In general, I think OpenAuto is a really beautiful thing. You also can add custom apps to it. Those are just web apps, but with other things like Streamlit, you could do advanced stuff. You can also connect a rear view camera. I just used a webcam here, nothing special. It is a bit stuttery here. For that, I also found a trick. Just go into the settings, click on camera, and then use Finder as a engine for it. V4L2 didn't work for me. So if we go back to camera, you can see it's not smooth, but way smoother than before. I don't know why it's still laggy like that, but maybe we'll find out someone. Thanks for watching the video. I hope I could help you. Until next time.